They sent me like about 8 demos, and I turned them down like every time until it was like up, to the standard or to the level that I thought he was good enough, to like for me to sign him. The whole New Jersey, Philly, New York is like love. So, I mean, coming here, man, I was out there just like chilling, talking to the people.
Pretty faces from the covers of the magazine.
Ever wonder why Sisqó, the dude who made you jump off your seat with Thong Song, suddenly vanished from the music scene? In this video, we're digging into the behind-the-scenes drama, industry beefs, and scandalous controversies that led to Sisqó being blacklisted. Buckle up, because this ride's about to get bumpy. Sisqó was always about pushing boundaries and making a statement, but not everyone in the music industry appreciated his vision. Right from the jump, Sisqó's flashy style and bold moves clashed with what the record labels wanted. They were all about playing it safe, while Sisqó wanted to bring something fresh and edgy to the table. One of the biggest beefs was over who Sisqó wanted to collaborate with. He had this vision of bringing his Baltimore crew into the spotlight, hiring local talent, and keeping it all in the family. The label execs? Not so much. They wanted their polished, industry-approved artists behind the scenes, not Sisqó's homeboys from around the way. Sisqó wasn't having it. He was determined to give his people a shot, even if it meant butting heads with the higher-ups. Sisqó thought that his success would give him the freedom to call the shots. He was ready to be the Robin Hood of the music scene, taking from the rich opportunities he had and giving back to his community. But the label saw it differently. To them, Sisqó was being difficult and rebellious. Instead of following the script, he was writing his own, and they didn't like that one bit. These clashes weren't just behind-the-scenes squabbles. They had real consequences for Sisqó's career. The more he pushed back, the more the industry pushed him out. It's no secret that in the music biz, playing the game is as important as making the music. Sisqó's refusal to play by the rules labeled him as a troublemaker. The tension reached a boiling point when Sisqó started calling out the industry's shady practices. He was vocal about how the labels exploited artists and stifled creativity. This didn't sit well with the execs, and they made sure Sisqó felt the consequences. They started shutting doors and cutting ties. Collabs that were in the works got mysteriously canceled, and projects were shelved without explanation. Then, there was the R. Kelly feud. Kelly accused Sisqó of trying to copy his style, even going as far as to diss him in a track. This beef didn't help Sisqó's already shaky standing in the industry. It seemed like every move he made was met with resistance or ridicule. By the time Sisqó tried to bounce back with his second album and later attempts to reunite with Dru Hill, the damage was done. The industry had moved on, and Sisqó found himself fighting an uphill battle to stay relevant. His records weren't getting the same promotion, his tours weren't selling out, and the media wasn't interested in covering his new work. It was like he'd been erased from the game. Now for Sisqó, success came with its own set of legal headaches. Sisqó's Thong Song was the anthem of a generation, but behind its infectious beat and catchy lyrics was a storm brewing. The infamous line, "Livin' La Vida Loca," wasn't just a catchy phrase. It was the start of a legal nightmare. The phrase, originally from Ricky Martin's hit song, landed Sisqó in hot water with Desmond Child, who wrote "Livin' La Vida Loca." At first, Sisqó thought it would be a simple nod to another artist. He didn't anticipate that it would blow up the way it did. The success of Thong Song made it impossible for Child to ignore. He saw the massive popularity and wanted his piece of the pie. What seemed like a harmless homage quickly turned into a full-blown lawsuit. Desmond Child argued that the line was taken without permission. And given the song's success, he demanded a share of the profits. Sisqó and his team were caught off guard. They didn't expect this level of backlash, but they were now embroiled in a high-stakes legal battle. The courts ruled in favor of Child, awarding him a significant portion of the song's royalties. Sisqó, who thought he was riding high on his biggest hit, found himself financially hit and legally cornered. This wasn't just about losing money, it was about losing momentum. The lawsuit overshadowed the success of the song, casting a shadow over his career. What should have been a period of triumph turned into a time of legal wrangling and financial strain. The revenue that Sisqó expected to fuel his future projects was now significantly reduced, limiting his ability to invest in his music and career. This financial hit also affected his reputation within the industry. Labels and collaborators saw the lawsuit as a sign of instability. The once bright star of Sisqó began to dim, not because of a lack of talent, but because of the legal and financial baggage he now carried. This made future collaborations and projects more challenging to secure. As if the Thong Song lawsuit wasn't enough. One of the biggest messes was his baby mama drama. Back in the day, Sisqó had a son with a woman he met on tour. Things got real messy when she claimed he wasn't paying child support. In 2003, Sisqó even got arrested for allegedly failing to handle his fatherly duties. To make it juicier, the baby mama was reportedly a teenager when she got pregnant, which made the whole situation even more scandalous. Their rocky relationship was all over the place. The baby mama called Sisqó out for being an absentee dad, while Sisqó tried to explain the situation wasn't that simple. They were constantly throwing shade at each other, keeping the gossip mags buzzing, and Sisqó's name in the mud. Beyond child support, Sisqó faced other lawsuits that chipped away at his reputation. There were claims from former collaborators about unpaid dues and breached contracts. Each lawsuit, whether justified or not, added to the narrative that Sisqó was difficult to work with and unreliable. This narrative made it harder for him to rebuild his career after the initial success. These legal issues created a vicious cycle. The more time and resources Sisqó spent on legal battles, the less he had to invest in his music. Now Sisqó's flashy style had folks talking. The platinum hair, the outrageous outfits, the bold moves, it all had people questioning his sexuality. Even though Sisqó denied these rumors, they stuck around like glue. Things got real when Sisqó rocked a mankini on Celebrity Big Brother. That stunt had everyone buzzing and speculating about his sexual orientation. Critics and fans were talking, and the rumors only got louder. On top of that, there were all kinds of stories about Sisqó's behavior. Fights backstage, diva moments, and beef with industry folks painted Sisqó as a wild card. True or not, these stories made Sisqó look like someone who was tough to deal with and unpredictable. All this drama messed up Sisqó's public image big time. The baby mama drama, the rumors, the wild stories, it all overshadowed his music. Industry folks started seeing Sisqó as a problem. Someone whose personal life was too much drama to handle.
Pretty faces from the covers of the magazine.
Record labels and insiders were like, nah, we don't need that kind of heat. Sisqó's rep got so bad it was hard for him to get new gigs or even keep the ones he had. Fans in the industry couldn't look past the scandals, making it tough for Sisqó to bounce back. Sisqó's personal life became the headline, not his music. The drama turned people off and his career took a hit. He went from being a star to being blacklisted, all because his personal life was too wild for the industry to handle. Now let's take it back to the beginning. Sisqó, born Mark Andrews, came into this world on November 9, 1978 in Baltimore. His parents, Alonzo and Carolyn Andrews, were just regular folks. Dad was an electrician, and Mom worked for Social Security. Growing up, Sisqó was like any other kid, but little did he know he was destined for stardom. Everything changed when Sisqó hit high school. He met Woody, Nokio, and Jazz, and the four of them clicked instantly. They started jamming together and eventually formed Drew Hill, named after Druid Hill Park, a spot they used to hang out at. These guys weren't just classmates, they were a brotherhood with a shared dream of making it big in music.
Oh, you like Reese's Pieces. Come on, girl, you know it.
Drew Hill's hustle paid off when they signed with Island Records in the mid-90s. Their debut album dropped in 1996, and it was an instant hit. Songs like Tell Me and In My Bed had everyone vibing.
Tell me what you need. Oh.
But it was their track, How Deep Is Your Love, that really put them on the map, making them a staple in the R&B scene. Sisqó's unique style and the group's smooth harmonies set them apart, paving the way for their success. From a Baltimore kid to an R&B icon, Sisqó's early journey was just the beginning of his roller coaster ride in the music industry.
They sent me like about 8 demos, and I turned them down like every time until it was like up, to the standard or to the level that I thought he was good enough, to like for me to sign him.
So where's Sisqó now? Let's catch up with the dragon. Sisqó might not be blowing up the charts like he used to, but he's still making moves. These days, he's got his hands in a bunch of business ventures. From reality TV appearances to keeping it real with his music, Sisqó's still out here hustling. He even jumped on Celebrity Wife Swap and Celebrity Big Brother, reminding folks he's still got that star power. Sisqó ain't done with music, not by a long shot. He's still rocking with Dru Hill, keeping the group alive and kicking. They're out there doing shows, dropping tracks, and keeping the fans happy. Plus, Sisqó's been putting out solo projects, showing the world he's still got it. The industry might be giving him the cold shoulder, but Sisqó's passion for music hasn't faded. So, how do people see Sisqó now? Fans still got love for the Dragon. They remember the hits, the crazy dance moves, and the energy he brought to the stage.
The whole New Jersey, Philly, New York is like love. So, I mean, coming here, man, I was out there just like chilling, talking to the people.
While the scandals and rumors left a mark, true fans know Sisqó's talent is undeniable. He might not be in the spotlight like before, but he's still got a loyal following who respect his grind and his legacy in the music game. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Sisqó's career, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more juicy industry secrets and artist exposés. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on Sisqó's career and what you think really happened. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.
Handle it, and she shaking that thing like who's the ish with a look in the eye so devilish. She like to dance till her hip hop.